up to Nanaimo, and there was warriors and a few women, and Statietlam, you know, back then they were really strong. Just went up to the side of their canoe, him and little Statietlam, picked her up and put him in their canoe, and
She is now our great grandmother.
little Statietlam fell in love with her, and he was the father, Statietlam. You know, he had 4 wives, and one died. That's why he had to hurry up and go replace her. And little Statietlam fell in love with her, and said, "Dad, you have 4 wives. One that went to the spirit world. You still have 3. And I really like this woman. Can I please have her?" He got his wishes, and that's my great grandmother. I'd like to thank her and all the other people who have gone to the spirit world. They are our veterans who fight this life, the good fight, to bring me. That is what has created me, and so I thank everyone before me, everyone who has fought this life, the good fight, who endured all the pain that helped create them. We are very powerful, you know, to the ability to turn pain into gain, learning from other mistakes and whatnot. You know, we were put through hell as Native people. There's a lot of internal oppression because what the white people did, forcing us to live and talk a certain way. And the key to the culture is the language. It was illegal to speak our language for a really long time. You know, they used to try to come after my father, Haynes Rodney Julius, and he was of the oldest, him and Mighty Bob. And they used to try to take them, and they were the only 2 that got away out of all the kids. And they ran into the woods and to the river, and back then you used to catch fish with your bare hands. They were so thick, and they were all wild salmon, you know, and the same age of what they're doing, genetically modifying these salmon today. And they say 40 generations of their genetically modified salmon, our wild salmon is going to be completely extinct. That's messed up. They're doing the same thing with mosquitoes. But anyways, like the same size of a jack of their genetically modified is this big. Ours is like this big, the wild ones. And that's a small one to us back then. You know, the salmon used to be as big as us. You know, I can remember being a kid catching 100-pound kings and seeing 1,000 fish in the air all at once. When I was a kid, they used to jump right here like that. 1,000 fish all in the air. That's how many there were. And I thank our greatest mother, Earth. I'm made up of the 4 elements. We are like a 5th element because we contain dirt, water, fire. The sun transfers warm energy to our hearts. Love, the ability to destroy bacteria just from a thought. So we're made up of that. Well, that's why we're warm-blooded. And air. But water makes it all possible. That's where my grandpa, the water's up that way. Went and took Nanaimo, Princess Nanaimo. And so I really thank all the veterans before us who have survived the hell.
Oh, yeah.
Be put through so much and beat all them getting beat for speaking their language. My father, he got away, like I was saying. Him and my auntie Bob, Anita. He would catch a fish with his bare hands in the river and just put a stick down its throat and put it over the fire. Imagine that. When he was 14, I think was the last time they tried to steal him, and they tried to put him into reform school. It was like a prison on an island, and my grandpa, his grandpa, knew that he was gonna escape, try to get away somehow. He knew that my dad was gonna try to swim back. So his first day, his grandfather, went over there and visited him and said, "I'll leave the trunk open," and winks at my dad. And so that was all he had to say, and my dad stayed in the trunk all the way back on the ferry, all the way back. I'd like to thank my father, my mother. You know, our people were straight through stuff worse than death. Being raped. You know, it was in 1890, around then when we was or 1892, we was just freed as a free people and considered human beings. And
Sorry.
when we was basically announced free. That was a year after they freed the slaves, the black people here. We were slaves a year longer than black people, and they used to sell 11, 12, 13, 12 being the average age of the native women as prostitutes. And so there's a lot that I owe to everyone who has lived before us, who have fought so much. We are gold. Gold is tested its purity through the fire. Them going through all of that, and me being as much of a spiritual person as I am,